Hi, I'm Joni.
And I'm Kit, and today we're talking about how we became the co-founders of Practically Perfect.
That's right. A lot of times when people ask what we do, they don't really understand when we just say professional organizing.
I always get like, is that a political thing?
I get that too.
No, it's not political.
That sounds cool though. It sounds like a cool job.
Yeah.
But what we actually do is a lot of helping people with the stuff in their lives. So the items in their home and deciding what they really want and what they really need.
We come in and we talk to people about what is working in their house and what isn't working for their house and why they called us. Are they feeling overwhelmed by the clutter? Are they frustrated because they can't find things? There's no systems. And so we really try to talk through the environment and what is happening and what is working. Because if we can learn what's working, then we can build systems around that.
That's right. And our whole business model is based on if it's practical for you, it's perfect for you. We don't believe that there's one absolute method of how to set up systems for each person. We have to get to know a household and the folks who live there and decide what's going to be best.
So Joni and I have been friends now for 11 years. Crazy.
Yes.
Way back when, we were in a baby group together.
We were new, clueless, tired moms. And it was only a few years after meeting, we were sort of pregnant together the second time around.
Yep.
That's when we really bonded.
I would sneak around. I used to do music class around the corner from your house, and I'd be like, "Hi, Joni." She probably thought I was stalking her.
A little creepy. But then I just decided it was endearing. I just went with it. So we kind of became each other's village because our husbands were both working long hours, traveling, and kind of just decided Kit would be my wife.
What did you used to do?
So I was an early childhood teacher. I taught preschool and kindergarten and parenting classes. And then I had my own kids and I thought, well, that's a lot of kids. It's a lot of parenting happening in my life already. Yep. So I knew I wanted to make some kind of a change and I wasn't quite sure what that looked like. And Kit,
I used to be an event planner. I did not do weddings. I was not a wedding planner.
Okay.
I did big fundraisers, political events, and I decided to take off time when I had kids, and so I was a stay-at-home mom for a brief time. And then we met.
Yes, we both were looking for something professionally at this time.
We realized we worked well together and that we wanted to transition into something once all of our kids were in preschool. The first startup, we didn't have a business name, but we would go around to consignment stores in Los Angeles and collect all the really good stuff and then send it to secondhand stores and they would pay us.
We were treasure collectors, essentially.
That's true.
Treasure hunters. Thank God for Kit and her ability for numbers, because for me it was like, oh, this is fun and we're getting a check in the mail. And for Kit, it was like, I'm going to calculate how many hours we're spending each week doing this and actually like track our time and then take that number against the check that we're making, which we're dividing by 2, and see how much we're making per hour. And that was so sad.
It was
so
a
sad.
Smack in the face.
I'm just going to say it was below minimum wage.
Way below.
So then it was sort of a rethink of, okay, we figured out how to work and make time for work. What can we do that will help support our families and will also give us the flexibility to still be really involved in our families' day-to-day lives. And to be honest, this actual field of organizing kind of fell right into our laps.
It did.
So a very dear mutual friend of ours was moving into a new home with her family and somehow had caught wind of the fact that we were brainstorming business ideas, one of which was professional organizing. So she gave us a call and said that she would take a risk on us if we would take her project on. And so we started by organizing her playroom, which was a smashing success.
Yeah, it was fun.
And we couldn't believe how fun it was and that someone wanted to pay us to do it. And then when she was happy with the playroom and wanted us to organize the pantry, we've just figured out what we're going to do with our lives. This is it. In full disclosure, the playroom for me was like, I could do it in my sleep. I feel like I've been setting up classrooms and play spaces, and all my jobs have had to do with working with kids.
That was your forte, for sure.
I knew how to create zones, and I knew how it could be age appropriate and accessible. And then we got to the pantry, and I've never had a pantry beyond a cupboard. I am not a really savvy cook the way you are.
You're calling me
I like to call myself
cook?
like a non-savvy cook. Like I cook, but
I guess that's true. I do know how to use things in the kitchen and where they should go.
Yes.
Joni's always like, "What is this?" And I'm like,
it's a garlic press. Usually. So the pantry was Kitt's forte, and quickly we started to realize that she had knowledge that I didn't have and vice versa, and what a team that would make. So the marriage of your desire for things to be functional and easy and streamlined and my desire to make things feel that way and also look really attractive just became the perfect marriage. And I'd already decided to marry her, so it was great. It was great.
Well, and then we also created little terms for ourselves. You're the micro organizer, and I'm the macro organizer. And I think, honestly, the two of those together is what I think makes us and our organizing system so successful.
That's right. It's sort of the practical meets the perfect, right? It works out perfectly. I've learned a lot along the way.
Vice versa.
Oh, well, thanks.
Truth.
Happy marriage. Happy wife, happy life. One thing that people really don't realize about organizing is what a huge impact it can have on their lives, both physically and emotionally. Just the stress that it causes to not feel like your space is the way you want and need it to be, and then the huge weight that can be lifted off of you, and the way it can change your daily functioning when things are functioning the way you need them to be. And it's one of the things we love the most about our job, aside from the fact that it's fun for us. It's also something that we feel great about doing because it makes such a beautiful difference in the lives of our clients. And we're excited to share so much more with you.
So stay tuned, because next week we're going to be talking about more of the hows and whys of organizing, how it can affect your mental and emotional state, and also how you can also teach yourself to be a more organized person in the way that best fits you. So thanks for joining. We hoped you enjoyed getting to know us a little bit better.
Yes, and just remember, if it's practical for you,
it's perfect for you.
And stay tuned, because I don't know what to say. You're gonna have such good outtakes, Devin.